What's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here with another pinball video. This is part 2 of the 3-part series regarding the Baywatch machine behind me. And as you guys can see, I'm appropriately dressed today wearing my Baywatch shirt. If you guys can see that very well, but yeah, it fits the machine. I actually have a Baywatch jersey that I should wear, but I got a little too big for it. So anyway, on another note, the purpose of this video is to talk about some of the modes and the scoring in this game. A lot of it's going to be obtained from this manual. This manual is very in-depth. There's 117 pages here. Anything from schematics, diagrams, such and such. But we're not really going to focus on the diagrams and the schematics today. You can probably get online and download one of these manuals if you need one. There's a pretty cool picture on the back. This kickers shows this. I'm assuming it would be an operator. You know, he's on the phone with 1-800-Kickers, I guess. They're telling him what to do. He's got his oscilloscope out but laying on the floor. Yeah, right there. And you got this gremlin here hammering away on the leg leveler. And you got another gremlin that he's pulling out by the neck that has a little pickaxe as well. Pretty cool picture. I think Sega puts that on all their manuals on the back. So we're going to dive into this manual. This is going to be a probably boring video, but hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys will get some kind of entertainment out of it. Maybe you'll learn a little bit more about your game. I will do a gameplay video and actually walk you through these different modes with the glass off. But the first part of this video is going to be just basic textbook review. We're going to be doing a little classwork here, guys. So I'll shoot a link into the bottom of the screen here. You can skip to this if you want to see actual gameplay video showing the different modes and such. So let's get at it, guys. Alright, so here we go. We have the manual here. Let's take a look at what's inside. Table of contents, of course. We're just going to skip through the first couple pages, glance over. There's your dimensions of the cabinet. Height, 55.5 inches. Width, 30.5. Length, 31. Approximate weight, 250 pounds. This is a pretty heavy game. Sorry about bumping you guys here. Tells you how to level the legs. Shows you where the fuses are. As I discussed in my prior video, there's this diagram basically in your back box. So definitely lots of places where you can go to find your fuses and their values if you need to. It even comes with a cutout. You could cut this out. It's basically the instruction card right there. So if that one gets messed up or whatever, you could cut that out and have a new one. So here, we're going to get into the basics of this video, which is going to be all the rules. Make sure we're lined up here, guys. Hopefully you can see this all right. We will start at the top here then. Skill shot. Use flippers to select one of 3 skill shots. A hit flashing SPF lanes steer with flippers for 10 million. So basically, you get the skill shot at the top, you get 10 million points. You can adjust the lane, the light that's lit with the flippers. Shoot Shark Super Scoop from Shark Fin Flipper for 20 million. Shoot Side Ramp from Upper Left Flipper for 50 million. So in my prior video, I think I messed up. I said the first 2 were worth 40 million or 30 million. They're actually worth 20 million. The third skill shot is worth 50 million. Each of these values is boosted by 10 million for each successful skill shot. Completing one of each skill shot or the same skill shot on all 3 balls awards an additional 50 million. All 3 skill shots are available when the ball is launched in case of hardware malfunction. So, SPF letters, the top lanes. These will be your pop bumpers up here. Or above the pop bumpers. You can see the SPF there. It feeds down to the pop bumpers. Spell SPF to advance the bonus multiplier 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, through 10 times. Next completion scores 20 million and lights extra ball at the upper vertical up kicker, which is basically right there, number 2. Also, here we go. Big words, Chris. Big words. Also, I can't fucking talk. I used to be able to talk, once upon a time. Maybe I need a beer or something. All subsequent. Right. All subsequent completions score only 20 million. So each time you do it, you get another 20 million. Bonus multiplier is never held between balls. Turbo bumpers, that's what they call the pop bumpers. Turbo bumpers start at 250,000 per hit when game begins. Each shot from the inner right in lane to the left orbit boosts this value to 500,000 and then 1 million. This is preserved through each player's game. Squid pops score 2 million per bumper for the rest of the current ball. Squid pops is something that pops up randomly during the game, where instead of having there's like a picture of like a buoy out in the ocean, instead of having that, you'll see a squid behind it with its tentacles wrapped around the buoys. So when it's in that mode, you get 2 million per bumper. Laser kick. Down here to number 4. The laser kick is lit at the beginning of each ball. It is relit by hitting the 2 bank stand-up targets above the upper right shark fin flipper. Multiple hits may be necessary. So basically, laser kick is your ball save. If it's going down this out lane right here, and this is lit, it will save it, shoot it back up into play. You relight it by hitting number 4. So side ramp, here we go. Side ramp is number 5. During regular play, the side ramp spots a letter in Iron Man. At beginning of game, several letters of Iron Man are already spotted, and that's something you can set with the adjustments, I do believe. You can have it set to not spot any letters from what I remember, or you can have it spot almost all of them. When Iron Man is completed, 25 million is awarded and a video mode is lit at the spinner lane. Each letter is worth 10 million points. Not bad. Search and rescue, number 6, is right there. That would be your spinner. During regular play, complete the 5 vehicle stand-up targets: ATV, rescue truck, helicopter, wave runner, scarab, and that lights search and rescue at the spinner lane. This is a random award, except in tournament mode, when awards proceed in a fixed order. Number 7, vertical modes definition. The 5 mode shots on the playfield are the left ramp, the center ramp, the upper vertical up kicker, the right ramp, and the spinner lane. Shooting any mode shot 4 times cumulative throughout the game will start a vertical mode, each of which is described on the next page. When a vertical mode has been completed, that shot collects an increasing Baywatch millions value. When all vertical modes have been completed, additional shots may be required for the next set. Horizontal modes definition, number 8. There are 3 lamps on each of the 5 mode shots. When the first lamp of each shot is solidly lit, 1 shot to each, the first horizontal mode begins. When the second lamp is solidly lit, 3 shots each, the second horizontal mode begins. When the third lamp is solidly lit, the final mode, earthquake mode, is lit at the upper vertical up kicker. So earthquake mode, like I said in my prior video, is basically the end of the game. It's as far as you can get in the modes. Here's the vertical modes described. Looks like we got 3 on this page here. CPR. The vertical mode starts from the left ramp. During left ramp, center ramp, and right ramp are lit. The first shot is 50 million, the second is 60 million, and the third is 70 million, plus a 50 million completion bonus. Each shot can only be made once. Copter Rescue. This vertical mode starts from the center ramp. During the 30-second round, the 5 vehicle stand-up targets, ATV, rescue truck, helicopter, wave runner, and scarab, are lit for 20 million. Each hit rescuing one person from the sinking ship. When 10 people have been rescued, a roving 50 million award is lit on the left, center, and right ramps. I've gotten to that, but I wasn't able to actually hit the ramp because the target is roving, like it says. It goes from left to right randomly, basically. And I think the one time I actually shot for where it was, and as the ball was heading towards that ramp, it moved to a different spot. So I was a little ticked about that, but it's a hard one to do. Diver Trap. This vertical mode starts from the upper vertical up kicker. During the 30-second round, the Shark Super Scoop, the upper vertical up kicker, and the spinner lane are lit. The first shot is 20 million, the second is 30 million, third 40 million, and the fourth is 50 million. Shots are repeatable. When all of the shots have been made, the upper vertical up kicker is lit for an extra ball for 15 seconds. That one you have to be pretty good at making the shark shot from the shark flipper. Helps you a lot if you could do that. A couple more vertical modes here. Alright, focus there. Shark Attack. This vertical mode starts from the right ramp during the 30-second round. The shark's targets and Shark Super Scoop are lit. Each hit on the bank of shark targets kills one shark. There is one shark at first, then a set of 2, then a set of 3, and finally a set of 4. The first time the Shark Super Scoop is shot, all the sharks currently on screen are killed. Subsequent shots to the scoop will only kill one shark. Each shark is worth 10 million plus a 50 million completion bonus. That's another kind of hard one to beat there. Tidal Wave. This vertical mode starts from the spinner lane. During the 30-second round, the left orbit, upper vertical up kicker, and spinner lane feed the ball to the upper ball launch and award 10 million points. The ball is then kicked up right orbit to the upper left flipper, from which the side ramp can be shot for a rescue award of 50 million. This sequence can be completed completed 3 times, and there is a 50 million completion bonus. And we get into horizontal modes here. Guard. The first horizontal mode during the 30-second round, each of the 5 mode shots are lit. Guard, spelled G-U-A-R-D. There's letters scattered throughout the playfield. For any shot, for 50 million, counting down to 20 million. Collecting any shot awards its value and disables that shot. So you basically have to hit all of the shots. Tourist Season, number 15. This is the second horizontal mode. This round is a 2-ball multi-ball with a ball saver. The right ramp is lit to collect countries. The 6 countries are Germany, Italy, France, Japan, USA, and England. Each country is worth 25 million. After all 6 countries have been collected, larger jackpots can be collected from the side ramp for the remainder of the multi-ball. Earthquake. When all 5 vertical modes and both horizontal modes have been completed, Earthquake E is lit at the upper vertical up kicker. Earthquake E can also be lit from the 5th shark feature. When Earthquake E begins, the bonus multiplier is set to maximum 10 times. Squid Pops is enabled, 2 million per hit. And for 30 seconds, all balls are auto-launched into play repeatedly. During this round, the trap door on the left ramp is lit. Shoot the trap door as many times as possible before the timer expires. When the timer expires, the flippers die and all balls drain. Modes are reset to their beginning status. If Earthquake was reached via modes rather than the shark features, That's a really cool mode. I mean, like I said, it's basically the last mode you can get to in this game. It's you beat that, you essentially beat the game, really. As much as you want to say you can beat a pinball game, you know, because then it'll just reset, you know, everything's cleared and you're still playing. Shark features. During regular play, shooting the Shark Super Scoop from the upper right shark fin flipper, determined by the rollover switch above that flipper, awards 1 shark. After a certain number of sharks, the following awards are denoted by the 5 lamp inserts just above the lower flippers. 10 million plus video mode. Water skiing video mode begins immediately. 20 million plus super laser kick. Laser kick for the remainder of the ball. 30 million plus shark frenzy. Shark flips for remainder of ball. 50 million plus light extra ball by the upper vertical up kicker. 100 million plus earthquake by upper vertical up quicker. Here it tells you about the shark flips. As I described in my prior video, shark flips was basically a ripoff of the thing flips from Addams Family. Not as accurate. It doesn't use optos, it uses 1 switch and timing instead of using 2 optos, I believe, like Addams Family does. It's not nearly as accurate, but it does work. When the shark stand-up targets are completed, to spell shark, shark flips is enabled. During regular play, when the ball crosses the rollover switch above the upper right shark fin flipper, the game will take control of the upper flippers and automatically shoot for the Shark Super Scoop. If successful, this awards a shark and 25 million. Multi-ball and jackpot features. Okay, so we're getting into this. Multi-ball locks. Completing the 3-bank drop target lights 1 or more locks on the left ramp. Lock balls are diverted into the upper playfield ramp via a trap door on the left ramp, and another ball is launched into play. So that tells you how you lock your balls. Multi-ball. Collecting all 3 locks starts multi-ball. 5 balls are auto-launched into play, and ball saver is active. All 5 modes are lit for swimmer jackpots. The initial value of each jackpot is 30 million. This is boosted by 5 million each time the 3-bank drop target is completed. The maximum jackpot value is 90 million, except when it is doubled. Any ball that is shot into the spinner lane will be fed into the upper ball launch, where it will remain for 10 seconds. During this time, all jackpot values are doubled. So a lot of people wonder, you know, they'll notice that it'll lock a ball over near the shark flipper when they're in multi-ball. That's supposed to happen. And when that ball is locked, all jackpot values are doubled. We get into super jackpots. After collecting all 5 jackpots, a super jackpot is lit at the Shark Super Scoop. The value of the super jackpot is the sum of the 5 jackpots previously collected. If it is collected, the side ramp is lit for the double super jackpot, which is, imaginatively enough, double this value. The upper ball launch does not double jackpot values at this stage. Instead, it launches balls to the upper left flipper via the right orbit for a shot at the side ramp. After both super jackpots are collected, the jackpot sequence restarts with the jackpot value resets to 30 million. And how to restart multi-ball. If no jackpots are collected during multi-ball, a restart is lit at the left ramp. The restart provides only 3 balls into play with a starting jackpot value of 30 million. Note this rule is operator adjustable. And we get to the last page of the modes and rules. Number 23, video mode. There are 2 video modes. One is lit by spelling Iron Man on the side ramp, and the other is lit by the first shark feature. The Iron Man video mode is collected from the spinner lane, but only if the ball properly feeds to the upper ball launch, while the water skiing video mode starts immediately at the Shark Super Scoop. And that's when you can start on your first ball, your initial plunge, if you can make that shark hole shot with the shark flipper, you can start video mode that quick and get some serious points if you can complete it. In lanes, the left lane briefly lights the spinner lane for an automatic shark flips. The outer right in lane lights the left orbit for a shark flips. The inner right in lane lights the left orbit to boost the pops value from 250k to 500k to the maximum of 1 million points. End of ball bonus. This is calculated as the sum of 1 million times mode lamps collected. There are 3 lamps on each of the 5 shots, plus 3 million times sharks collected, plus 250,000 times stand-up targets hit. This total is multiplied by the SPF factor, 1 through 10. The first 2 values are cumulative over the course of the games for each player, while the third applies only to the current ball. And combination shots. Baywatch features several multi-way combos. These combo shots involve natural sequences of key shots in the game. Several undocumented difficult combos may also be present. I've only gotten a 3-way combo maybe once or twice so far, and I don't know exactly what that involves yet. But, looks like tells you how to enter your initials, the buy-in button. Then we get into the audits, the bookkeeping of the game, notes, and then we get into all the adjustments you can make in the game, tests for the dot matrix. We get into locations of cabinet parts. Like I said before, the Sega and Data East manuals were pretty well rounded, being very detailed with their part breakdowns. Their schematics are nice. You know, they got the fold out schematics, easy to read with places to leave notes. And they're just schematics on everything, basically. It's a very well put together manual. All the yellow is schematics. And we get into the appendix. So that's basically it. Thanks for sticking with me, guys, to this part of the video, if you did stick through. We are now going to pull the game out, and I will show you some of the modes available. Alright guys, check this out. Hopefully you got a somewhat decent view of the game. I tried to get you up in the air so you can see the entire playfield and see some of the DMD hopefully as well. This basically, I'm just going to play by hand, show you some of the different modes that are available. This will be a very loud video, so any headphone users from this point on out, you're probably going to want to turn them down. If you've never heard a pinball machine play with the glass off, you wouldn't understand. It's just, I'm sure the video won't even do it justice. It's going to be very loud. It sounds like the machine is basically destructing. I mean, the pop bumpers are going, the slingshots are going, everything's making noise, banging around. Pinball is a pretty violent game, and I mean, it's easy to see why things break quite often on pinball machines with the speed that the ball moves at. Plus, the ball's got some weight to it. Actually, it's not a light ball. It's got some decent weight to it. If you wing that at somebody's head, you could take them out. You'd hurt them pretty good. So you figure that steel ball slinging around, hitting plastic stuff, shit's gonna break. But yeah, we will start a game, and I'll just kind of walk you through some of the basics of the game. Try to put into demonstration some of the rules that we covered in the manual. So, in order for this game to start, it has coil safety lockout. It basically disables the high voltages to the coils, so people working under the cabinet, you know, lifting this up and what have you, won't get electrocuted. So the coin door has to be shut for the game to actually start. You can hit the start button, it'll play the music, but it won't kick a ball out for you into the launch. So we'll start a game here. Let's start. You get that famous, familiar Baywatch music. And something that's really cool is how they did this with the flashers, how they incorporated that with the music. I think it's a really cool feature. So we'll launch a ball. Here's your skill shot. You get to pick between the top lanes. You get to pick between the shark hole and the side ramp. And the points that you get for making those shots. Actually, the first shot is 10 million. Shark hole is 20 million. Side ramps are 50 million. So we'll go in order. We'll do the top lanes first. When I'm playing, I normally just work my way down through the list. So hitting the button, launch the ball. It went right down the light that was lit. If you guys saw that, the P was lit. The ball went down that lane. That's basically all that's involved for getting that first skill shot. You want to adjust which light is lit. If it's not going to go down one, looking for the ball. If you want to adjust the light that's lit, all you got to do is hit a flipper. It'll move over to the right, move to the left. However you want to do it, you can adjust which light is lit to make that skill shot. As you can see, the guard letters are flashing, so we'll spell guard out. There's G. All you do to get the letter is shoot the ramp associated with the letter. So we'll go for U here. You got G-U, here comes A. That also added a letter to the Iron Man. Got R. Okay, A didn't take for some reason, not sure why. Try it again. There we go, we got A. Maybe I didn't even put it in the A hole. Actually, A hole. Can't make it up, man. Going for the D. It's all about that D. We spelled guard millions. We spelled guard, now we got guard millions. Surfboards are flashing. Each shot you make to the surfboard that's flashing scores the points that are lit on the screen.
Everybody out of the
So
water.
let's do one here. Let's try. 39 million for making that shot. 38 million. Get up on in there. Got two more here. And it basically just counts down, slowly counts down, 31 million, 30 million, and so on until it gets to 0. Once you get to 0, obviously the mode ends. So we're going to finish the last shot that we need.
Great job.
There we go. Guard was spelled. 173 million. Just for that. So now all the guards are lit. Obviously we did that. And now we're on to the next thing. And now, something that I didn't state was we didn't have to spell guard all right away. We could have got the G, the U, whatever. And if we would have shot the G again, you make the next thing that's lit. So for this example, we'll get Pitch, who's at the guard tower. See, I could hit this again and start CPR mode, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to just keep spelling, or getting all the cast members. So we'll go for Matt. Then we will go for CJ. And we got Caroline. That's the girl I couldn't remember. No, that isn't the girl I couldn't remember her name. Stephanie's Caroline. Shoot right ramp. Basically in 2-ball multi-ball mode right now. It's telling you to shoot the right ramp for the tourist season. Five more countries. We're in Japan now, 25 million. Italy. Germany. And it's playing, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but for Germany it was playing David Hasselhoff's I've Been Looking for Freedom song from Germany. Shoot side ramp for 60 million. So now it's having you shoot the Iron Man ramp. Squid Girl jackpot, 40 million. Shoot side ramp for 60 million. Top thing jackpot. Also search and rescue's lit. Lobster pot, 50 million. Replay. Get on up in there. Lobster pot. So basically, it's just a random award each time. Baywatch jackpot. You can keep doing this as long as you want. We'll let that one go. That ends tour season. 480 million points right there. Okay, so we got all the lifeguards. We spelled all the guard letters. So we'll go on to the different moves. We'll start with CPR here. Ramps give kiss of light.
3, now.
So each time you shoot a ramp, you're going to give him life. 50 million points. Now it's having me shoot these two here, indicated by the flashing surfboard. And one more.
Come on. Great job.
And there you go. That mode is done.
Swimmers need help. Get those people out of the water. Ready? Let's go.
Now it automatically started the copter rescue because the last shot was here. Basically for this mode, all you do is shoot the flashing yellow targets.
Got it. Pick them up.
Each one's 20 million.
Got it. Pick them up.
You can hit them multiple times. You don't have to hit all of them separately. You can hit the same one repeatedly. I think the manual said what? 10 rescues, 11 rescues.
Got it. Pick them up.
Shoot flashing ramp now. We got all the swimmers, you just got to do this. And it rose. See how I made that shot, but it moved over to here. Now it's over here. You do that. 260 million for chopper rescue. We'll go on to diver stranded here. Vertical up kicker.
Okay, everyone, here's the situation. A diver's trapped. Save him. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
So basically, the diver swimming through, he gets stuck at these walls. Here's his air supply on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. You basically want the ball to come off the shark flipper into the shark hole. So each time you do that, the swimmer will advance. Makes it fast forward. And you can either shoot it up here to feed over to your shark flipper, or you can shoot it in the search and rescue hole. Now we've got enough of them, so we got to finish the rescue by shooting the extra ball icon right here. And he will be rescued. And you get an extra ball out of it. Pretty cool mode. Not a hard one to do. If you get, like I said, you get good at making the shark shot from the shark flipper, it's not bad at all. Shark Cove we got here.
Okay, everyone, here's the situation. Start today. Shoot the shark targets. Now!
This one basically, all you gotta do is hit these targets over here where it says shark. Doesn't matter which one, each hit kills a shark. There we got 10 million per shark. If you shoot it in the hole, it'll kill all the sharks on the screen. So we got 2 sharks on the screen right now. There we go. Defeated. All sharks killed. 160 million for that mode. Lastly, we have Tidal Wave. Started over here.
Listen up, guys. We got a tidal wave coming.
This is a pretty hard one to do.
1,
You have to basically make this shot.
now!
Rescue the guy.
Tidal wave coming.
It'll shoot it back around this flipper. Basically use this flipper here to make the shot. Looks like 10 million. Another 10 million. See how that feeds it back around to this flipper?
Well done. We got a tidal wave coming.
190 million for So here I will show you the shark flipper. It's lit. The game will try to make the shot. Oh, it just went out. And I lost the ball. We'll try that again. I'll light shark flipper and we'll let the game shoot at it. And the game's not level because I got it pulled out, so it definitely probably won't make it, but it's worth a shot. Here's the second skill shot, short hole. It's going to loop it around, and instead of stopping at the pop bumpers and the lanes up there, it's going to come all the way down to the shark flipper, and you use that shark flipper to try to shoot into the shark hole. So let's give that a shot here. There it is. 20 million for that skill shot. Search and rescue is ready. Let's see what we get out of that. This is a video mode where you gotta hit the flippers, kind of like Lethal Weapon. You're the girl in the red. The faster you hit the flippers, the faster you run. 55 million for that video mode. Pretty cool feature. Earthquake's lit. We're not going to do that yet. I would like to show you the other video mode and the shark flipper. This out lane lights the shark flip. Let's see what the game does. Ah, it doesn't last very long. You got to be quick. Once this is lit, you got to have the ball heading right there. There it did. They made it. 10 million for the shark flip award. What else do we have here? We got these stand-up targets, ATV. Shoot the spinner. Baywatch millions. 10 million points. So let's try that again. There's ATV. Rescue truck. Helicopter, and as you can see, they're illuminating as I'm pressing them. That lets you know that you already hit it. Wave runner. And scare him. Now shoot the spinner, tells you to shoot the rescue, search and rescue. You gotta get it in there because it has to lock it in this gate right there. It's trying to take the camera off. There it is. 25 million points for that. We'll show how to lock a ball here, quick. Basically, you knock these targets down. The lights are now lit on the lifeguard tower. And here's one of my favorite features of the game. Watch this. Instead of it going up the ramp, it's gonna go in the trap door. And it auto plunges and moves all out. It's a really cool feature. That gate has to actuate so fast. I mean, a lot of times this ball is moving so fast that that gate has to fling right open, you know. So we'll lock another one here. New one comes out. That ball goes under the subway, under the playfield, to the ball trough. We'll start multi-ball, I guess, here. Good. Lock these down. Shoot the tower to start multi-ball. And there it is. It's going to auto plunge 6 balls, and it's going to get very loud in just a second. Here's your shots. Surfboards, lit. That's your jackpot. We got 1 jackpot remaining. And then you got your shark hole jackpot over here. You have your ramp jackpot. Cool little feature. That goes back to the regular jackpot. Keep repeating over and over. I will show you the laser kick. It's not lit right here, right now. Hitting these targets. Laser kick's ready. It's set on the screen. The ball's coming down the side here. Shoots it back up into play, like most games do. It's a cool feature. It is timed, and you can relight it pretty easily. Most of the time when it kicks out of the shark hole, it bounces over and hits those targets anyway. So there it hit one of them. Sometimes it hits them both and you get the laser kick ready. I would like to show you guys the video mode here. We will start the earthquake mode, and I'll try to figure out this last video mode that I seem to be having a hard time with. This is a really cool mode. Shoot the tower as many times as you can. There's a squid pop. Ball straining. No flippers, nothing. Punches the ball. There's your squid pops. So lastly, I'm going to try to show you guys these modes down here. There we go. Video mode. Basically use the flippers to move your skier. Hit the ramps, avoid the sharks. There is a pattern to it. That's the end of it. Now we're on 20 million plus super laser kick. And this is a hard one to replicate because you actually have to apparently shoot the ball from that flipper. I can't just have the ball go over this switch and grab it and shoot it in the shark hole. It has to be like not even a second after it goes over that switch that the ball is shot into that. The only way to do that is by shooting it actually. So it's going to be hard to show you these last ones down here. It's going to be hard to show you. There we go. 20 million plus super laser kick. So the laser kick won't go away. can have the laser kick save it for the entire rest of this ball. So, there we go. 30 million plus sharp. Sharp laser. Nope. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, there was 2 more modes. It's just very hard to demonstrate these last modes down here because the only way to enable them is to actually shoot the ball from the shark flipper into the shark hole. And you have to do it a couple times just to get one mode. So I got all the way to 30 million plus shark. I was on my last ball, unfortunately. And the only way to progress to not have the shark flipper flip constantly is to have that ball drain. When my ball drained, the game was over and it's going to restart back. So the only 2 I didn't get to show you was light extra ball, 50 million. So basically you get 50 million plus you light extra ball up here. And the final mode, which is 100 million plus earthquake, you start the final mode. It's basically the hard way to get there. I think it's actually easier to run the playfield and complete all the modes that way and then get the earthquake mode last. I think that's easier than trying to repeatedly shoot with the shark flipper in there. And the game is, I can't even shoot with the glass off because there's a switch right here. This switch, once it's hit with the ball, there's like a millisecond that the ball has to go from this switch to in here. Like, it doesn't even give me enough time to roll the ball over that switch, grab it, and throw it in. I don't know if you guys are watching, but this light here, if you can even see it, it would illuminate for, half a second. As soon as that switch was pressed, by the time I could manually grab it and throw it in there, the light was already off. So the only way to get through these modes, there's no way to fake it. You have to make them from the shark flipper. And it's a somewhat hard shot. I mean, I can do it some of the times I can't. But it's just, it's hard to do. So that's basically it, guys. I think I showed you everything pertaining to this machine. I don't think there's anything that I missed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned a thing or 2 from it. I think the last video will just be straight up gameplay with the glass on. No commentary, just you guys can watch the gameplay unfold. So that's what we'll do next. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hey guys, what's going on? Headless Horseman here. This is part 2 of a 3-part video series regarding the Baywatch pinball machine behind me. As you can tell, I'm wearing my appropriate Baywatch shirt that goes along with the game just great. The whole purpose of this video is going to be to dive into the manual. I'm basically going to show you what some of the rules are, what some of the modes are. Let's try this again. What's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here, coming at you with the second part of the Baywatch machine video. This video is going to dive into some of the manual. We're going to talk about different modes, scoring, things like that. So we shall get into it. But first, what do you guys think? I got my Baywatch shirt on and I'm not looking at the camera again. And of course, somebody would call me. Somebody I don't have a fucking clue who it is. This video's just fucked from the get-go, right? Oh yeah, alright, let's do this here. What's going on, people? Headless Horseman here. This is part 2 of the Baywatch series videos. This part of the video is probably going to be a little boring for you. It's going to talk about the manual. We're going to dive into this manual. Very elusive, exclusive, abusive. Fuck. Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here with part 2 of the Baywatch series videos. As you can see behind me is the lovely Baywatch machine. And I'm appropriately dressed for this video. I've got my Abe Watch shirt on from American as Fuck Clothing Company. Gotta get yours if you don't have it. But the purpose of this video is going to basically be to dive into the manual. We're going to look at the different modes, the different scoring, such and things like that. What's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here with number... What's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here with another video regarding the Baywatch pinball machine. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. In this video, we are going to discuss the manual. Yes. Oh, fuck. I gotta get this shit right. Ah! Fired. One job to do. What's going on, guys? Headless Horseman here with another pinball video. I need a beer or something. So I need to...